I think we've battled pretty well. Knowing that we had 8 freshmen start the year and we've exchanged them in and out of the lineup, most of the season. Some guys that played in the fall didn't play in the spring. Some guys that have played in, the spring have really come along. And I think we've done a really good job of just sort of learning, taking a step forward. Every week we've just tried to figure out how to take a step forward. And each freshman, like you said, have either had a good tournament round or had a good tournament overall. And I think we're getting there. We're learning as we play, and I think that's part of just growing up.
Yeah, I mean, the spring got off to a rough start in Savannah, but Mr. Mardick was gracious enough to take us down to Willow Point, and I think that trip did a lot for us. A lot of guys competed, mixed up the lineup a little bit, and then guys like James Foles and Joshua Peters and some of those guys really stepped up and have played well this spring. And I think last week or 2 weeks ago at French Lick, I think we kind of proved that we can compete with the best teams out there.
I think James's biggest thing is he's done 2 things particularly really well this spring. He's hit the ball in the fairway off the tee, and he's done a really good managing his short game. It's something that I think he struggled with a little bit in the fall. When he got here, trying to manage, the big miss off the tee box that put him in trouble. And I think he's done a good job of it. He hit a ton of fairways at Miramichi. He did the same thing at French Lick. And James is a pretty long hitter. I mean, he can really bust it off the tee, and he's got a really good iron game when it's on. And so he's done a really good job of just managing the big miss. And it'll be exciting to see what he does at Chateau Lawn, because that course is not you don't have to be a big hitter, but if you are and you pick your spots, you can really have some good scoring opportunities.
I mean, James is just hitting the ball so much better than he was in the fall. I mean, he's really just not messing up on any cylinder right now. And then Joshua, this is just his kind of golf, especially going down to Chateau Lawn this upcoming weekend. I mean, that's right up his alley, Southern golf. So
I think the big thing we've been trying to do this week, and even going into French Lick, was how do we take a step forward to put ourselves in the best position? How do we eliminate big numbers? I mean, that's been probably our biggest thing all year, is trying to eliminate double and triple bogeys, and and doing what we do best, which is just keep the ball in play. Chateau Lawn can be a firm and fast course, and so for me, trying to teach the guys, how to keep the ball below the hole, how to eliminate 3 putts, how to eliminate hitting the ball out of bounds. And I think my messaging has been pretty much the reason why we played French Lick was because they had really hard greens, and it was to try to prep us for Chateau Lawn, because there is a lot of undulation. There's a lot of quickness in those places. And so for us, it's just trying to teach guys that you can't be on the wrong side of the hole. And so that's been the messaging, is just trying to make sure that we play smart golf.
Yeah, I mean, this one's kind of different than most other tournaments because it's 3 days, and most of them are just 2 days and 36 holes trying to get it all in. This one's kind of a week-long grind, and the course itself is a grind. So I think it's going to be something new for these guys. I mean, it's going to be greens that we haven't seen. It's going to be the toughest course we've seen all year. So I think they've just got to prepare themselves mentally to go in and battle and compete with the best guys in the conference.